Hello and welcome to Lauren's English Corner. In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at the verb used to. We're going to look at two different ways we can use this verb and show how just by adding the small to be verb, we can change the meaning. So we're going to look at the expression I used to and then the expression I'm used to. So first of all, let's look at I used to. Or we can use any pronoun, we used to, they used to, you used to, etc. Or somebody's name, Lauren used to, my husband used to. Now, we use this to talk about things in the past that now are no longer true. Changes, we use it to talk about changes. So, for example, if you wanted to talk about some habits that have changed, maybe things that you did before in the past when you were younger or when you lived in another country, and now these things have changed, you no longer do them. So for example, you could say, I used to go to the gym. If you no longer go to the gym, maybe you now don't have enough time or the gym is too expensive, so you stopped going, you could say, I used to go to the gym. You could do this for any sporting activity that you've done in the past. Maybe you used to play football when you were younger and now you don't. Or you used to go swimming every week and now you don't. Maybe you go once a month or you don't go swimming a lot. You can also talk about habits that you've stopped, perhaps bad habits that you gave up. For example, if you smoke and then you quit, you can say, I used to smoke. Or I used to smoke 20 a day. But now I've quit. You could also use it for perhaps if you used to drink alcohol or you used to eat meat and now you've become a vegetarian. So you could say, I used to eat meat, but now I'm a vegetarian. You can talk about changing your circumstances. So you could say, I used to be single if you've got married. So you're no longer single. I used to be single. I used to work at the post office, or I used to work in a cafe. If you've changed job, if you've got a new job and you no longer do your old job, then you can use this term, I used to. You can use I used to also talk about things that have changed of what you own or what you have. I have or haven't got. So for example, if you in the past had short hair, you could say, I used to have short hair, but now I have long hair. Or the opposite, if you've had long hair for a long time and then you cut it off, you could say, I used to have long hair, but now I have short hair. I used to have lots of money, but now I've spent it all. I used to have a car, but I sold it. So these are examples of how we can use the word the expression I used to. The opposite, the negative, would be I didn't used to. So for example, if you, when you were younger, you didn't like the taste of coffee, so you never drank coffee. But then when you got older, you started to like it and you started to drink coffee. You could say, I didn't used to drink coffee, but now I do. Okay, so now let's have a look at what happens when we add the verb to be. So I am used to. Majority of the time we would say I'm used to it. I'm used to it. Now this expression is what we use for something that is generally negative, something that we don't like, that has really irritated us. It used to annoy us a lot, but because it happened a lot of times and we just decided, I don't care anymore. It doesn't bother me, then we can say, I'm used to it. For example, a noisy neighbour that always was playing the drums, you always used to disturb you, you couldn't sleep, but now you've heard it so many times, it's like you can't hear it anymore. It's not there. You just say, I'm used to it. It used to bother me, but now I'm used to it. Or it could be a change in situation, a change in habit. Like, for example, you've got a new job, so you have to get up really early. Or you've got a new job where you have to do shift work. So sometimes you work morning, sometimes you work evening. So at the beginning, perhaps this is not very convenient, you don't like it. You're really tired every morning, you have to get up. But after a while, if you wake up early every day, your body gets used to it. Your body will wake up naturally and it doesn't bother you anymore. So you could say, I wake up very early for work, but I'm used to it. Or another example could be weather. If you move to a new country, perhaps you've come to England because you want to improve your English, and you come from a very hot country. So perhaps at the beginning, the winter, the rain, the cold weather in London, in England, you don't like it. You think it's too cold, you maybe even get depressed, get sad about it. But after a while, if you've been in the country for a long time, your body adjusts and you get used to it. So you could say, the weather is very cold and wet in England, but I'm used to it. So there you go, that's just our short lesson today on the difference between I used to and I'm used to. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. And please remember that if you want a specific grammar point, pronunciation or pronunciation practice or any particular lesson that you want us to do a video for, let us know in the comments below and we'll try to make one as soon as possible. See you next time on Lauren's English Corner.